as one has even said that this would violate an international covenant which the country ratified. Greg Gregorio with the story.
I reiterate the swift passage of a law reviving the death penalty by lethal injection for crimes specified under the Comprehensive Dangerous Act of 2002.
President Rodrigo Duterte's renewed push for the reimposition of death penalty for crimes related to illegal drugs drew mixed reactions. The Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption backs the call, saying that his pro-death penalty stance is among the reasons why they supported his presidential bid in the first place. But the group wants capital punishment not just for drug-related offenses, but for all heinous crimes. And instead of lethal injection, they want it done by firing squad and in public.
Ang point lang doon, para matakot, to create a climate of fear and or atmosphere to would-be criminals.
But human rights lawyer Chel Jokna believes the government must first fix the country's justice system before tackling death penalty.
Pag ikaw ay malaking tao, ay siguro may justisya. Pero kung ikaw ay ordinaryong mamamayan lang, wala kang maasahan. Kaya yun ang dapat gawing prioridad na ating pamahalaan.
CBCP spokesperson Father Jerome Siciliano says the Catholic Church has always been anti-death penalty.
The Catholic Church is really against the death penalty in whatever form because we do not believe that it will actually deter crimes. Yun naman ang ibig sabihin. Kaya maganda dito, talagang konsultahin siyempre ng mga mababatas kung ano bang sa loobin ng mamamayan kasi representative din sila ng tao.
Human rights group Karapatan says bringing back the death penalty violates the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, which the government ratified back in 2007. Under this agreement, the Philippines committed to do away with imposing the death penalty.
Kumbaga, right to life ang tinataguyod nitong international covenant na to.
Even the Commission on Human Rights does not support the president's renewed push for lethal injection.
There is no strong evidence, research or study that will show that death penalty actually deters crime.
Finally, former CHR chairperson Eta Rosales warned citizens against supporting moves that would diminish the country's democracy while violating the people's guaranteed rights.
Bagamat it's a fledgling democracy, no? Babaw-babaw na naghihinga ng demokrasya, pero yan ang dapat ipinaglalaban.
For News 5, Greg Gregorio, VR1 News.
President Duterte's penultimate sauna was a solid 9 out of 10, according to his spokesperson. Harry Roque did say that the speech was too long and did not have enough quotable quotes. But the spokesman also refuted criticisms that the president's speech lacked a comprehensive plan to address the pandemic.
Siguro po bingi sila, pero nakita ko po yun. No? Nandyan po yung Tax Reform Act, nandyan po yung Part 2 ng Bayanihan na We Heal as One Act, at nandyan po yung stimulus package.
Roque, meanwhile, refused to comment when asked to confirm rumors on the new chief of the National Economic Development Authority, or NEDA. The Daily Tribune has reported that former President and House Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo is set to be appointed for the post.
Wala po akong balita tungkol dyan sa bagay na yan, at kung meron man ay ipapaalam ko po sa sambayanan.
Experts from the University of the Philippines were all ears during President Duterte's fifth sauna, but they say it fell short of what the public really needs to hear. Marian Enriquez tells us more.
While the chief executive's speech was nothing short of his past themes on drugs, crimes, and the country's ties with China, researchers say it lacked what the public really needed to hear: the government's COVID-19 recovery plan. Political analyst and UP Octa research team member Ranjit Rai says the president could have discussed the pandemic response more.
He didn't talk about it in detail. I wish he had talked about more about how much more money would be given to the poor, to medium scale, micro and medium scale enterprises.
Mathematics professor and another UP Octa team member Guido David said the speech was left wanting when it comes to randomized testing.
Because I always mention the number of asymptomatics is underreported because we don't get to check symptomatics. Usually, yung mga tinatest natin, those who show symptoms. So what about those without symptoms?
UP experts predict that the country could hit 90,000 cases by the end of July and 140,000 cases by end August. In his fifth SONA, President Duterte flaunted the country's increased testing capacity despite facing difficulties at first. He said the country now has 93 accredited testing laboratories nationwide, aiming to conduct 1.4 million tests by end of July. Still, the UP researchers welcomed President Duterte's remark, urging the Congress to pass a law instituting the National Disease Prevention and Management Authority. This would be similar to the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Both Rai and David expressed hope that the administration would assure the public of protection in the time of pandemic.
Para sa ating mga kababayan na nahihirapan, maraming trabaho, dahil sa pandemya na to, gusto nilang concrete solution sa mga sa trahedya nangyayari sa kanilang buhay.
We'll pause for a quick break. One News Now. We'll be right back. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. COVID-19 cases in the country have surpassed the 83,000 mark, with over 1,600 new infections today. Data from the Health Department shows over 55,000 active cases in the country. 4 new fatalities were also recorded, bringing the country's death toll from COVID-19 to nearly 2,000. Some good news, though, as more than 170 individuals have recovered overnight. There are now over 26,000 recoveries as of today. Members of the IATF are set to meet later today to lay out recommendations to President Duterte. The chief executive is scheduled to address the public again before August to announce new quarantine classifications. Spokesperson Harry Roque said a slower case doubling rate in Metro Manila might mean maintaining GCQ in the capital. The government promises to bring home all locally stranded individuals huddled inside a sports complex in Manila by tomorrow. But for now, more than 1,000 individuals fear that they might contract COVID-19 while waiting inside the facility where social distancing remains a challenge. Let's check in on their situation with Romel Lopez. He's reporting to us live from Manila. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Charles. About 1,500 locally stranded individuals, or LSIs, are still here at the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex waiting to go back to their province, hoping to be included in the government's Hatid Tulong program. These individuals continue to brave the elements and not so ideal conditions at the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. Most of them learned to live with the trash that they have been piling up. Social distancing is next to impossible. There are no beds here, just seats. They also share one common toilet. LSIs have to forget about personal space and hope that no one's get infected with the coronavirus.
Yung hirap talaga, sir. Ang hirap sa pakiramdam dito, yung ano talaga, yung hindi pwedeng hindi mahawaan dito. Yung sabihin natin yung social distancing. Hindi rin pwedeng hindi maiwasan hindi mag-dikit-dikit.
Eduardo's fear isn't misplaced. According to Joseph Encabo, Hatid Tulong Program Lead Convener and Presidential Management Staff Assistant Secretary, 27 stranded locals tested positive in the rapid test and now are being isolated.
Kung saan ang isang LSI ay will undergo confirmatory test, swab test, pangangasiwaan ng PCG at saka DOH. At kung it turn out na positive sila, no, pag lumabas yung resulta, ay patuloy po ang kanilang quarantine. But immediately after the confirmatory...
They were unprepared for the influx of the stranded individuals wanted to go home. He surmised that earlier recipients of the program may have urged their friends and relatives to head over the stadium to line up for the government's free ride.
Kahit ang technical working group ay nabulagta sa laki ng numero, no? Dahil ang ginawa naman po ng Secretariat ng Technical Working Group ay nagkaroon po ng text blasting at advisory sa lahat ng mga pre-enrolled. Kaso lang po, isa sa mga ginawa ng ating mga LSI, sa ating mga kababayan, ay pinapasa-pasa din po nila yung mga mensahe na yon, nagkakayayaan, pinagsabihan din nila na pupunta na lang at dumiretso dito sa Rizal Memorial Sports Complex at yun po ang naging effect.
Charles, the program convener appeals for understanding. He also assures the LSIs here that they will be processed today so that they can board the vessel that will take them home tomorrow. Charles?
Thank you, Romel Lopez, reporting live from Manila. For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.